So, good morning, everyone. And it is my pleasure to introduce a wonderful friend, a magnificent human being, and also an Olympic gold medalist, Amanda Polk. Amanda, it is such a pleasure to have you and to be able to share your story and your just what's happened with you in your Olympic transitions and then your transitions to being a Shaklee business leader. So welcome, Amanda Polk.
Thank you
Soboleski,
so
I apologize. There is the other name, but I guess I've just known you as Amanda Polk for so long. I accept either one.
That
Welcome.
is, thank you. And that's perfectly okay. Polk is my maiden name. That's really where all of my Olympic accomplishments happened. And then Soboleski is where my family accomplishments happen. Thank you for having me. I'm actually only 2 hours away, but I'm actually pregnant with twins, 32 weeks at this time. So kind of keeping it closer to home than I normally would. But I'm so glad that I still have the opportunity to share my story in hopes that it helps others and just give more, trust and confidence in just my decision and my husband's decision and joining the Shaklee family and community. Now it's for the last 7 years. So and it'll continue to grow from there. But essentially, let me take you back to my Olympic journey first, where I began it. I want to say in high school, really, but it's a long journey. It took me 15 years to get to the gold medal stage, and in doing so, my first quadrennium, or the first time I tried for the Olympic team, I had great success in breaking a world record, in winning world championships in the women's eight twice, actually. Recently, I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, National Rowing Foundation Hall of Fame, for those accomplishments from 2008, 2008 to 2012. And then in 2012, I actually was the alternate in London for the London Olympic Games. And honestly, it was very hard for me because that meant that I sat the sidelines. I watched all of my teammates race and win medals, and that was my goal. So sitting the sidelines, being kind of the sixth man, just in case someone got injured or sick, and kind of ready to hop in the boat. It was just a very bittersweet experience. I wanted to be grateful that I was at the Olympics, but at the same time, that's not what my ultimate goal was. So coming back from London, I had to make a big decision and whether or not to continue to give myself another chance or to end my rowing career on that note. And when I asked myself that, I, without any hesitation, said, no, I got to give myself another chance. I came so close to racing, being an Olympian, that I had to at least try one more time. And obviously, I'm thrilled that I did. But the journey that I had from the first 4 years training to the second 4 years were quite different. And really, it was a combination of different type of just a teamwork dynamic. I became more unselfish in terms of, yes, I wanted to improve, to make the boat, to make the team, to make the US team go faster and be the fastest in the world. But it also was about the team as well. So by me bettering myself, it was also helping my teammates push each other and vice versa. And it was just such a different experience. And I learned to really get out of my comfort zone in the 2013 to 2016 quadrennium. So I've learned to do many more things. I paid attention to nutrition a little bit more. I actually met my husband, which I give him a lot of credit. He is a sports performance consultant, and he has a PhD in exercise physiology and human movement. So when I met him, he actually brought to my attention that I wasn't getting enough nutrition. And he helped me with simply just the protein aspect of it, the healthy types of protein and how to time those correctly with my training sessions. And I can tell you it made such a huge difference. So 2016, a year after meeting him, we were engaged. I was definitely at the top of my game in terms of competing, being selected, testing. And so things, obviously, this time around, all of those things that I did in this quadrennium really added up and culminated in the winning the Olympic gold with my teammates in Rio. So from there, that's actually where I was introduced to Shaklee. And honestly, I felt like, oh, I'm late to the game because after Rio, I continued to train and I was expecting to potentially get back into rowing, but just taking some time off. I got married. And then a couple months after, I found out that we were pregnant with our first daughter. So that kind of changed my course of action in terms of, okay, training and going for another Olympics. At least this quadrennium is not going to happen, but that's certainly okay. And ironically, I was tested while I was pregnant. Actually, I'm not sure. Basically, it was before that. Excuse me. I was tested before that, and then
you were drug tested.
Drug tested. Excuse me. Yes.
No,
sorry.
that's
Thank you for clarifying.
So many times. For the safe products.
Yes. And I forgot to take my name out of the pool and officially retire. And they showed up at my office. I was coaching, and I had to, be drug tested then and there. And I can honestly say I wasn't worried whatsoever. My test came out perfectly fine. And then after that, I decided, okay, I probably should let these testers kind of know that they don't have to follow me around the US anymore. So anyways, but I can honestly say that from that moment, my gear shifted again, now from athlete to mother, which mother is certainly like a whole nother athlete in my own perspective. What the woman body can do and bringing life into this world is incredible, and the support that it needs to bring that life here is also just so essential. So I have been using Shaklee's women vitalizer and life strip and just multivitamins for 7+ years, because even if I wasn't pregnant, I was nursing, and if I wasn't nursing, I still needed it to keep up with the energy, to keep up with my 3 current little ones who are 6 years old, 4 years old, 2 years old, and then the twins are expected in December. So I can say that just my own testimony for using these products has been a huge help in just energy and just being able to feel I'm at my best. Using the life shakes and the protein shakes have been very, very helpful, especially when I feel like I can't physically eat anything. And it's very convenient and easy. And it's a perfect thought for me to kind of take that off my plate if I really don't feel like making myself, because I make like 3 different lunches every day. A lunch, I just go to the life shake, and it really helps me just get to the next snack, get to the next meal, keep up with the kids. And then from there, my children love the shakes. We pretty much have a pretty Shaklee-ized household, if you will, anywhere from, the cleaning products where I feel that I can trust, knowing if the kids get a hold of a germ off wipe, it's okay. They're actually helping me out with cleaning. And then also with the skincare products, I've had great success with actually lightening a scar, which you can't even see anymore, but I used to have this scar going right here. And I've showed Carolyn before, and it was red. And then I noticed a difference just using the body trio. And now you can barely see it. So that is definitely my regimen to go to. And we use the multivitamins for our children, the kids Mealology, the immunity gummies, Incredivites, mega jellies. I could really go on and on and on, Carolyn.
Would you say something, Amanda, about your transition then also to seeing a commitment that you have to the business and also your connection with some other former Olympians and what you see that mission and combination is?
Absolutely. So it was a couple years ago. I was talking to my husband, and we decided that I would start my own business with Shaklee, partnering with them and their products because we both really believed in the regimen. And we thought, well, if this could help other athletes with retirement transitions, or even current sports performance, because of the sports performance line we use as well still. But we believe that we could help others with this option and feeling better and improving their energy and giving them a product that is safe and we know that's all natural, and high quality. So that was kind of how it stemmed. And then in doing so too, I mean, I'm going to be a mother of five. So having a business that I can run that's very flexible and outside of my house, um, is very helpful for me. I love connecting with people, and especially with, anyone who has a passion for wanting to be better, for feeling better, and just really making themselves and their family a priority. Because what we have just come to realize, especially, with COVID and other, illnesses that are out there, is that it really is a preventative measure. And if this is working for us, why not introduce others to this option in hopes that we can help them too?
Well, Amanda, and I know you've added an additional thing, and that is that as you are able to work with some of the Olympians, looking at the transition from being trained, from being so focused on fitness and health, and then getting out into the so-called real world, and it's like, now I got a car payment and mortgages and new lives and so on. And you've been so committed to telling that story to many of your Olympic teammates and partners and others.
Absolutely. And it's very difficult when you do retire and you're I think the first thought is, okay, well, what makes sense? Probably coaching the sport. And for me, I did do just that. I started to coach rowing, but in terms of the lifestyle and what I wanted for my family and the dynamic that I really wanted to be involved with, my kids and their activities now, it's, kind of passing the baton. It's like, all right, it's your turn to shine, kids. It's your turn to, for mom to support you. And I'll just sit back and drink my water on the chairs on the sidelines. But no, I really think that is what hit home, was that, okay, what am I passionate about? Obviously, I really do like coaching, but for me to be a rowing coach, it's intense. It's very hands-on. The time it becomes its own lifestyle, like a training lifestyle. And I think that's a lot of coaching aspects today, no matter the sport. It's it's a very big commitment. And for me, I want my commitment to be my family. And this definitely just fits with what we want, because it's not only teaching our kids, you got to take care of yourself, because if you don't, you can't support others around you. And that's what I really try to take home to, Olympians, especially those who may be expecting children. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to support your kids in the way that you want to, at your best capacity. And that is definitely one of the big reasons why. But it is a difficult transition, because coaching after the Olympics is not for everyone. And then it's thinking, okay, well, what can I do? How can I make a difference and still make an income and still keep the value that I have from my experience of the sport? And that's what I have found in this new business of mine with partnering with Shaklee, is just it's a culmination of all of my philosophies and passions together with still having that flexibility and having a family and being there for my kids, and then supporting nutrition wise and environmentally wise, and then hopefully introducing and bringing others in to see that as well.
Well, Amanda, you're such a wonderful example of the two things that we always say that people are looking for. They're looking for products that are safe, and they're looking for products that work. And I can't think of a better example of products that are safe with you and all the Olympians that have been drug tested since 1980. And Shaklee's been safe, and the products that work. I can't think of a better example than being Olympians and having that additional gold medal. So as we close, is there something that you would show to us? Just kind of share that.
I think I have something.
Oh, it
it's
gives
the belly,
me
isn't it? You want to see the belly?
Yeah, I'm happy to see whatever.
So this is my Rio 2016 Olympic gold enclosed here. And this is the case that they have given this to us, the official Olympic ring, Olympic pin, excuse me. And then I'll take this out to really give you full. There we go.
Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. And it's heavy.
It is. It's a little over a pound. So ironically, when my teammates and I received our gold medals, we all kind of had this jolt in our neck at first to support it because we did not expect it to be as heavy as it is. And then after the podium ceremony and putting all of our equipment away, we had many interviews where we wore the medal. And some of the interviews lasted for 30 minutes to an hour plus. And the first thing we all did right after we completed was take the medals off because we had a really sore neck from our Olympic gold medals. What a terrible problem to have.
Oh, too bad. Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda, I think that's a stellar picture for us to be able to close with, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Wishing you and just one little quick aside, I can tell a funny story that Amanda said that she had just seen a new physician as she was dealing with the coming birth of her twins, and the physician noted that she was an Olympian, and Amanda said, yes, I do kind of know a little bit about how my body works. And it's kind of like, I kind of know what I'm doing. So I loved that extra example. So best to you, to Eric, to all the kids. Thanks so much for being with us. And you're with us in spirit, even if not in person. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks so much, Amanda. Take care.
Bye-bye.